2 months installation.
All of the volume of air in the house changes only 1.2 times a day. The average house is 2 times an hour. So this house is extraordinarily airtight.
When you come into a building, you're doing a commercial interiors build out, you're kind of starting with the space that's given to you that you didn't have much input into. But I think one of the strong points about the Flatirons Bank project was just Flatiron's approach to sustainability.
R13 windows on the south. R13 windows are wonderful on non-south orientations. On the south, they actually seriously reduce the amount of solar gains.
From that perspective, we not only built green, but it was also very innovative from a scientific perspective. And the other end of that was that it was very important to us to create community.
But one of the ultimate scenarios is you work with smart grid, and we start knowing, and you have demand side or or time-based metering, so that your thermolac boiler will ask the utility company what's more expensive, gas or electricity right now. Okay, based on demand or what's available in that pipeline, and that's what it's going to use the fuel for.
But with isoning on one of our homes, say a 2,500 square foot home, the additional cost for isoning over fiberglass is around $5,000. But you could tell somebody, look, that $5,000 costs you $35 a month, and our data tells us, we can't guarantee this because we don't know how you live, but the data tells us that it'll save you about $100 a month. Everybody signs up for that. But the PV, they say, well, how much is that going to save me? And well, it might save you $100 or $200 a month or something, but it costs you $16,000, and now your mortgage payment is closer to that same thing. They'd rather have the granite countertops.
Question: do you have any idea what the premium was between, let's say, conventional construction finishes and gold certification?
We were talking about that before. I think that's always a little bit hard to quantify because in the absence of having done, a full design package with conventional and then a full design package with what you would do for LEED, and having those priced completely independently, it's hard to say what the cost premium is.
And part of that has to do with your intent and going into design. So I've seen it done for zero where the intent was we want a healthy atmosphere for the people who occupy the building, particularly in schools.
And I thought that's ideal. That's the kind of roof that is perfect for any kind of panels that you put on top, whether it's solar thermal or PV. So, and that is a great roof, but it's more expensive, but you get a nice homeowner's insurance deduction. So that really does help pay for it over 20 years. It does help pay for the more expensive metal roof.
I care deeply about building buildings right, but there's stuff that runs deeper than that.
In Boulder with afternoon thunderstorms, in terms of the PV collection, it doesn't hurt to face a house a little bit east of south.
When you walk in, retrofits are inherently just a string of compromise after compromise. Nothing is what you expect it to be. You think about something, you know it's going to be a problem, you get yourself into it, and it is a problem, but not in the way that you thought. And it's a different kind of problem.